Here is the question. Rat went to a hotel. He realized that floors containing 4 and 13 as substrings are omitted from the floor numberings. We will refer this as lucky numbering scheme. So he wants to find a way to convert floors between the lucky and conventional numbering scheme. For example, floor 6 in the lucky numbering scheme will be floor 5 in conventional numbering scheme, and 15 will be converted to 12 respectively. This is what we have, a lucky numbering scheme and a conventional numbering scheme. When we convert a number from lucky to conventional, if that number contains 4 or 13 as substrings, we return -1, because they are not in lucky numbering scheme. What about other cases that contain neither 4 nor 13? The most straightforward approach is to do it the other way first. Convert from conventional number to lucky number. Start counting from 1, and whenever you see an unlucky number, you plus 1, until the lucky number equals to the target number. Then you return the original conventional number. Sounds easy, right? But if the number has more digits, this turns out to be very slow, because you have to go through all the integers that are smaller than the target number. Any better approach? Let's try another approach. Process number digit by digit. We can see this number 25 as 2 times 10 plus 5 times 1. 2 times 10 counts total lucky numbers from 1 to 20, and 5 times 1 counts from 21 to 25. The results will be 17 and 4 respectively. So, in total, we get 21, and this is the conventional number of 25. This approach is called dynamic programming. Dynamic programming is a method for solving a complex problem by breaking it down into a collection of simpler subproblems, solving each of those subproblems just once, and storing their solutions using a memory-based data structure. Let's define a function called dp with 2 parameters to be passed in. S stands for starting number. D is the number of digits. This dp function should calculate the total number of such floors and return it. Example, dp43 counts all the 4-digit numbers start with 3, and dp25 counts all the 2-digit numbers start with 5. Let's fast forward to this dp table from dp00 to dp99. I will explain how to write the dp function later. Some patterns can be observed in this table. In the 5th column, we got zeros from all the rows. It means any number start with 4 will not be counted, because they contains unlucky number 4. Similarly, all the columns in the first row return 0, because it has 0 digit. But what about this? An n-digit number starts with 0. What does it mean? Let's say n equals to 2. A 2-digit number starts with 0. Literally means all the single-digit numbers from 00 to 09. 04 is unlucky, so dp20 should return 9. Likewise, when n equals to 3, dp30 counts from 010 to 099. When n equals to 4, dp40 counts from 0100 to 0999. There are too many numbers, so you don't want to count it. Let's identify the subproblems. For n equal to 3, dp30, you can group the numbers by its 10th digit, and furthermore break down into lower level dp functions until digit is 1. We notice that for dp21, dp13 is missing, because 13 is unlucky, and for dp14, we can include it or exclude it in calculation because it's a 0. Here is the dp function in Python. When s equals to 4 or d equals to 0, we return 0. When d equals to 1, we return 1. When d greater than 1, we need to check s. We break it down into subproblems. When s equals to 1, we have 7 cases rather than 8, because anything start with 13 is not count. Let's try to represent a number using dp functions. We can split the number into 5 ranges. First digit counts from 0 to 9999. We can use dp50 to represent it. Second range counts another 2000. We can use dp40 plus dp41 to represent it. Third one is 0, and the fourth range is dp20. Last one, we can split it into subproblems. But there was one case that we might count wrongly. 12013 is an unlucky number. We have to remove it. So you have to keep track of the previous digit. If it is 1, then you might need to remove a DPN3, where n is the digit. This is an explanation. When we process a number from left to right, there will be 9 possibilities for the next digit. But since we process it from left to right, we won't know what next digit it is. So 13 will be the case we may miss, and it will propagate all the way until the last digit. When we see a 3, we need to look back and ensure that the previous digit is not 1. If it is 1, we have to remove a DP N3. Last but not least, don't forget programming rule number 1. Don't repeat yourself. Save your DP table into an array after you have generated it. And only after implementing it, you then finally complete the dynamic programming. You can use the same idea to convert conventional number to lucky number. Finally, you can pass the 10,000 test cases in 2 seconds. Thank you for watching.